Oh, this has been a great show. We've really enjoyed it. I've done this show a number of times. I think this is our most fun show, probably because we created this brand and went out there and did something a little crazy in order to get some attention. The Expo people here have been great. They've really enjoyed what we've done. It looks like most of the people who have come along have really enjoyed the project, the idea that we had. I mean, I think that the first response is a little disbelief. Sometimes we hear people are a bit incredulous. They're not so happy about some of the ingredients that we claim that are in the product, including the secret formula, for instance. However, once we get into it and we start having a little fun with the product and talking about how they could live forever with this product, they start becoming curious and wondering what's up. And once we spring it on them, I find that they really enjoyed it. Probably 95% of the attendees have just fell in love with the idea of using this kind of a product to sell our services. You know, there's been quite a number of times where after someone has sort of learned what the game is and what the fun is here, they'll come back and they'll have 2 or 3 of their colleagues or maybe folks that they work with in the industry, and they've brought them over saying, "You really got to see this product. It's a great packaging, but you know it's kind of crazy." And so we engaged them just like they were brand new people, and their friends sort of stand back with their arms crossed watching the fun. And so by the time they finally get it, they all have a good laugh. But yeah, the t-shirts, all the bling that we brought, lots of people seem to want it. Unicorns are pretty hot this year, evidently, and so we're glad we picked that as our mascot. And Mortis, I think, has had quite a show today. Yeah, so the most memorable conversation probably was on the first day when the FDA came, and they couldn't believe, I think, that we were trying to make the claim that you can live forever. But I knew they were from the FDA. I used to work at the FDA. I didn't know these gentlemen, but it gave me a little opportunity to sort of kind of play a little game with it. And I guaranteed that they would live forever, as long as, and if they didn't, they'd be free to bring their money back the next day. And I'd bring the product back the next day, and I'd give their money back. And at first, they weren't so pleased, but once we explained what we were doing, they actually were quite excited about it because they were glad somebody else was out here talking about labeling requirements, advertising requirements, the fact that the law actually applies to these products in this expo. And so that probably was the most memorable conversation I had. Yeah, I love this town for expos. It's a great place you can eat lunch here, great places to go afterwards. This convention center's been great, I think, for this size of a show. It's been packed most of the time, but you don't feel crowded at all. The New Hope folks with Natural Products Expo have done a great job, I think, of selling it, and they've been very supportive. I would encourage anybody who's in the industry, natural products industry, they should really consider participating in this show, because I think you get a lot of exposure here. I've been in this show a number of times, but never as Live Forever Juice. It was always as FDAImports.com, which worked, but not like this. I mean, this really does give you a platform to do something crazy, and as long as you don't aggravate the FDA too much when they walk the floor, it pretty much works, I think, at this expo.